Welcome back to another recap stream video here. Let me go ahead and just let this roll. Since we'll just talk about a few things before I kind of get to the actual video here and the win. Okay, one thing I want to point out. Okay, so the new season happened last week, and the new island is visually really amazing. There's a lot of real improvement in the graphics, the texture, the color palettes, the aesthetic, all that stuff is like really amazing. It's well done. But see all those like sheer rock faces, like the sides of those little hills and stuff. Get used to that because this new island has way too much like topography. It's brutal. I don't like it. I'm not sure what this audio glitch is in the background of me swinging a harvesting tool. Hold on. Let me see if I can move this up. If it's still there. Because that was brutal. Okay, cool, it's gone. Alright, so the new map looks great. I don't like all this terrain. It's not cool. There's a bot landing. I'm gonna shoot him back. That was nice, but hey, that's done. Anyway, so I don't know how many solo drops I've done, and I'm not getting worse as a player, but it took forever for me to get this first solo kill. Like probably I don't know, 50, 60 drops. Like it was terrible. There's something about the new season, the new map, and the new weapons that are kind of garbage. And I don't know, maybe since my rankings have gone up, like my count level and whatnot, it just feels like I'm getting sweatier lobbies. And of course, I'm losing to some average players here and there. I'm not only losing to players 50 times better than me, but we all play this game enough to know when something doesn't really feel like right. I don't know. So, for everything I like in this game, there's something I dislike 2 or 3 times as much. I don't love any of the guns in this new game. I only like a couple of them. That's also a big part of it. Because if you don't really like the weapons, it's kind of hard to get into the groove with them. I'm not mad snipers are out. You know, bows are cool. But the shotguns are just trash. Absolute garbage. Let me pause this again. Let me go back a little further up here. Let's go about here. See where I'm at. And this will also show more of the map. And I can go to drone free and do a little panoramic view. Come on now. Don't do that. Wow, you're gonna do this to me, huh? Okay. This is what's also lame about these doing the replays on console. Is like sometimes you'll switch back to drone free and it'll put you all the way back to like where you were halfway across the map. Pause it and see where I am. All the way over there, great. Okay, but we can talk about the map here. Okay, so here's a cool little enclave, Faulty Splits, right? And it's like buried in all these cliffs. I don't mind little hills, like these little things, like a dell or a little ravine once in a while, chasm, different ways you can. But like, yo, look at all this like high points and sheer rock face, and I guess that coincides with them bringing in the shockwave hammer, which is its own topic of disaster. The shockwave hammer to Epic Games, that is a complete failure, bro. Like, and if you're a player that uses the shockwave hammer for anything but traveling, you're a loser. Like, the shockwave hammer is for complete lames. Like, it is so lame. don't use that thing. I won't pick it up. Like I don't even like do the challenges of traveling with that thing. I'm so insulted by it. Now, of course, I'm an old grouch and I'm stubborn, and I get that. I get it. I know what I am, right? But that weapon sucks. I'm not going to use it. It's not making me any better as a player. You know, screw that. So, you know, get rid of the like, get that out of the game. Here I'm on a motorcycle. The motorcycles are kind of cool. They're squirrely. I hit a pole. Look at this. Nothing but like cliffs, bro. Really? Okay. Trees everywhere. Like, I'm not against ground cover and environment, like foliage and things like that. Like, this is all cool, right? I guess that's maybe because no build is become so popular. Like, they figured they'd add stuff to make it more no build friendly. Um, but if you're just like cruising around and like, oh hey, what's up on the side of this cliff? You can either catch someone slipping, or if you're down here kind of like, oh yeah, cool, I'm gonna go for something over here, and there's just someone up there like just poaching, like just waiting for you. I don't know. This new map, I don't like it, and I don't like the weapons. So the overall grade I'm gonna give so far in the first week is like a 3.5, 4 out of 10. And that's low for me, because I would say every other season I've played, or chapter, nothing's been lower than a 7. You know, nothing's been a 10, but they've all been between like the 7 and 9 range. As much as people didn't like it, I was new to the game when the whole water thing was around. I got a kick out of that because I would use the boats and do all kinds of stunts. Okay, anyway, let's move on. I'm going to pause it here because we're getting close to the end. Now, I killed that bot, and I wipe out these 2 guys at the end to get the dub. And there's a couple of cool little things about it. Okay, where am I? I'm here. Over here is Monkey Duffy, and I think there's a taco guy comes over. Move up a little further. So I end up fighting with the taco man and this other kid at the end. And I got to do something I don't normally do with this taco guy thing, which is a good point. Let's play. Speed up here. The chug cannon sounds kind of funny whenever you speed it up like that. I'll give you a little breakdown before it happens. Storm's pushing. I didn't really have great weapons. This taco guy kind of comes over the top and moves through the gas station. So I kind of ghost him. I kind of follow him. Over here. Storm's coming. Okay, so I hear him up there, and I almost fired on him when he drops down like this. But I was like, you know what? Something told me not to, so I didn't. That's another thing. Don't second guess yourself. Just because you feel like you should fire on someone, you probably shouldn't. Like, if you really are fighting the urge to shoot someone, then don't shoot them. Like, sometimes you just know the time is not right to attack someone. That's where I missed with a bow and arrow. I thought I had him. But I had a bow. So setting that dude on fire put him on the run. There's going to be a glitch here when I'm fighting him, but bear with me, it'll still kind of be explanatory. So I set the dude on fire to push him. I knew the storms at my back were both going to be kind of pushing in, looking at the circle there, the little map square. I'm like, all right, let's see what he can do. He's probably going to fire at me. I knew there's someone off over here, but with all these, again, trees and stuff, I didn't think he could see us. So I wasn't too worried about him firing on me. This dude, I knew was going to be engaging with me. I just had to hope he wasn't like some sweat with soft aim toggling. Couple walls. Okay. rocket launcher, nice. Okay, so that was when I kind of felt okay, because you can, if you're paying attention, you can dodge rockets. If you don't have anything around you for them to explode off of, they're really easy to get around. That's a move I do a lot. A lot of people build a ramp and go over, so I go under. Okay, I push through and try and double back. A lot of people aren't ready for that. Hold on, there's the glitch. Okay, so this is what I was going to try and explain. When he pushed over and went this way, that put him in a position to be built into the storm. I rarely have the opportunity to do that to people. I'm not much of a builder. I can build a little bit, as you guys know, from if you've watched my vids. But this was cool. This completely hampered this guy. He got built into the storm, was taking damage. As he tried to push through, he got blown away. So that was on him. Like, he made a push, it failed. He had to come through my wall, and he lost. Okay, so this dude, this is kind of cool here. Wait. Okay, so he's building up. He can build a little. He's not... When you see someone do those builds where they do like a triple build like that, but real quick, they do the floor panel, wall panel, ramp. And they go up, 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 up like that. That's when you know you're playing someone who's a legit sweaty player. And you're probably going to get killed. You're probably not going to win that fight. But he was building, and I wasn't like initially too like intimidated by what he was doing. So always keep that in mind. Pay attention to how your opponent builds, because that'll give you a gauge on his skill level. No, it doesn't really give you a gauge on his skill level as far as fighting, but his build level will indicate if he's going to try and ramp over you and drop down, build you in. I wasn't worried this guy was going to do that. So you all know I'm a fan of grenades. Look what I got in my hand there. Hey, Bubby, you have a hand grenade. And you stagger your grenade throws sometimes to be really effective at not just taking down the build, but potentially doing splash damage when the person either falls down or is close to those the secondary grenade going off and taking away all their walls. So watch this. So there's a bit of stagger there. 1, 2, 3. Now I didn't hit him because he didn't go this way. He went this way, but he went the opposite direction, I should say. He has the Pug skateboard, not the Polar Patroller, so that's why I'm glad I won this. I don't feel bad. So he had to push out. It seemed to cause a little bit of confusion for him. You know, he's like, okay, cool, I got to get out of there. What do I do? Another thing he didn't do is he didn't ramp over me and like immediately push me like a better player would have. So I was like, okay, cool, I think I might have this guy. Okay, he puts up another pretty mediocre build, right? Okay, again, stagger your grenades. Watch what happens. He's totally pushed out. He has no choice but to go out here in the open. I'm already kind of ready for him. And it doesn't show him getting eliminated, but this should tell you all you need to know about who won that fight. When you hear the guitar pedal get hit and that blistering solo come ripping in, that's when you know you just lost to the Green Goblin. Let me grab a little frame grab there. Sorry, that interrupts the broadcast for a second. But anyways, that's my first solo dub of the new season. I just kind of, like I said, I kind of backlined and avoided fights on the way through because there's been games where I've had 7 and 8 Elims and I finish in like 5th or 10th place, and it's just like no matter how good I'm playing, I'm just running into someone with a hammer, or they're using like a shotgun rocket launcher combo, or so. It's just, I don't know. I'm not happy with the season. I don't like it. I'm still gonna play, which I guess that's what Epic Games wants to hear, right? No matter how displeased I am, I'm still gonna play their game. But look at this. They got these castles, and I don't know. They could have done a million times better. I mean, just look at this map. I mean, the snow is cool. I like the snow areas, mostly because there seems to be a lot more flat terrain. It's just a little more negotiable for me when it comes to like fighting and engaging. There's a couple areas I like, but overall, like this is a big fail for me. Like I'm not having it. You know, I should have had 5 or 8 solo dubs by now, and I have one. I mean, whatever. What are you gonna do? Just hit your guitar and start looking away. All right, well that's it, guys. It was just a quick little recap vid. Um, you know, stick around, like, subscribe, follow, so I can get to 100 followers, get to 50, whatever. Nobody cares. Um, and that's the way it goes. But I'm still having fun with it, trying to like just share tips, and that's what you do when you kind of got time on your hands in your middle age. But anyways, keep dropping in, play the game hard and fair. You know, push your opponents, win fights, but you know, don't be a coward and use that stupid hammer. Um, that's lame. But we'll see you around next time, everybody. Swiney over and out. And if I don't see you by then, I should be back. But just in case, you all have a good holiday season and a Happy New Year. Rock and roll. Oop, didn't want to do that. I want to do this. Adios, everybody.